Hi everyone, thank you for joining me again. We are talking about floors. This is a second episode of a series that we are talking about floor colors and how to work with them through your house. We're working on 5 different floor colors. This session is going to be about cherry floors, which I know for a lot of people is very stressful. Cherry floors, I have a couple samples here of colors, can be anywhere from sort of this red brown right through to like a super red or even like true cherry. This is actually cherry furniture where you can see it's cherry on the back, actual cherry wood, and then the color is what we would call almost like a burgundy red. So this was a really popular color in the 90s and into the early 2000s. So this is where we find that wood flooring particularly took on this color, and there's lots of homes that will have Brazilian cherry floors. Those are truly cherry floors, and it was made in Brazil. It's also called jatoba. Or they would have maple that was stained in cherry, or some people like this sample will have an oak that's stained in a cherry color. So for many people, they find it difficult to work with because they don't know what else goes with it to make it look more current. And when I say current, what I mean is what you see on Pinterest today, which is generally setting the direction for people, or house where things seem a lot lighter and floors aren't as dark. So what can we do with a dark floor? Well, first of all, let me tell you, dark floors are actually quite beautiful. They're beautiful in that they give a lot of life to a space, and they give a formality that you just really can't get off of a light floor. But they are hard to maintain because they show all the dust and the fur and everything that rolls by on your floor that you can't see on a light floor, you can see on a dark floor. But having said that, what it really comes down to is how do we put a wall color with this floor that looks a little bit more of today than what we used to do in the past. So I'm just going to say any white that's got a little bit of warmth to it actually looks very good against cherry floors. So I'm going to hold this here just so you can see that. So you can see that color. This is Simply White from Benjamin Moore. Now, of course, you can use any brand you want. I just happen to like Benjamin Moore. And I will say our floors here are from Vintage, which is a great floor manufacturer. They make everything, not just these colors. But you can see that any slightly warm toned white looks very good against cherry. So do not worry about doing that. The color that you do not want to do is a super gray toned white. I'm going to use this color. This is called Wickham Gray. It's a great color. It's just, it really gets desaturated, or the color gets drained from it because the floors are so dark. So you want to kind of watch doing anything that's too gray, light gray, or too light beige, because it'll just look washed out. It doesn't have enough chutzpah on its own to support itself against the dark floor. So I always prefer to look at something like a Simply White. Oxford White is another option. Cloud White, a lot of people used to use. These are all really good whites for flooring like this because it supports it, meaning because this has got such a strong red undertone, anything that has warmth is not going to look as warm against this because this is so much warmer, it kind of overtakes the warmth of the paint color. So you can afford to be quite warm. In fact, let me show you this color. This color is called Cake Batter, and I don't know how well you can see here, but it's actually got quite a bit of color in it, but against the flooring, it doesn't feel like it has as much color. Again, it's what we call desaturating the color because there's so much intensity in your floor or your furniture. If it happens to be cherry, it tends to take away from the color in the actual paint color. Now, there is a lot of contrast. So what that means is because these colors, cherry in itself is such a dark color, it tends to pop off of any color behind it that's light. So you may want to tone your walls to not be so bright. So tone technically means you're graying out the color, you're neutralizing the color. So I'm going to show you this here, this color for instance. This color is called Intense White, and it's really not white, nor is it really intense, but it's got a little bit of color to it. And in fact, I would call it a toned or tinted white. Let me just show you the difference from these two. So here's our Simply White, which is our brighter white, and then here's our toned white, the intense white. And you can see here how the difference, right? So the intense white does feel more toned or blendy. So because your floor is so dark, you can afford to do a white that's not quite so bright, and it will still feel bright relative to the color. So everything moves up and down in scale brightness to no brightness based on how dark or light your floor is. So here's another great color that works really nicely with this kind of color combo. This one's called Himalayan Trail, and it's really nice because it's a taupe, which looks great with cherry, but it's got a little tiny bit of warmth, so it doesn't go weird gray kind of beigey color on you. This one has enough intensity, it feels like you have color, so it tones down the floor, but it's not so dark that it makes the room feel too dark. And it looks really, really nice. If I put it here with our other cherry floors, you can see it looks really good. If I take it and put it against, say, cherry furniture, which is what this piece represents, you can see there, can you see that there, Sam? Looks really nice. Sam's doing our camera today, so if I reference her, that's who I'm talking to. It looks really nice with that too. And it feels very elegant. So that's why I say cherry is really nice if you want that more formal or elegant feel. So what you want to avoid though, if you want to look a little bit more modern in terms of what we're seeing in color trends today, you probably want to stay away from our popular greens, which are some of the sagey greens, olive greens that are really green, meaning they have a lot of intensity and color to them, because now we're really setting ourselves up for red and green. And these are two colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. Yes, it's all about the color wheel in the end. I told you this. If you missed our series before, go back and watch it because it will tell you which colors are opposite each other. Because if they're opposite each other on the color wheel, they intensify each other. So this green makes this red or brown look more red, and the red-brown makes the wall look more green. So you want to stay away from light whites that have a little bit of a green undertone, or any color that has a little bit of a green undertone, because it's going to make it greener unless you want to see more green. Stay away from it. You're much better to stay on the warm side or the same side of the color wheel as red is on. So anything that's got a little bit of a warm undertone is good. So this just gets really super busy, heavy, real fast. I'm going to show you this. This is actually a very nice color, and we may reference it again when we start looking at some of the other colors of floors. This is called Monticello Rose. And I'm showing it to you to sort of show you an older color scheme where we used to take our floor color and we would do a lighter version of it on the wall. And you can see it gives you this really kind of old vibe. So I think they call it grandma core or cottage core or country core. If you like that look, then that's what you would do. You would take your floor color and you would wrap it onto your wall, and you would use lighter versions of that floor on your wall and in your accessories and anything else you're adding into the room to kind of give you that older vintage look, because that's what you get from doing this. So for most people, they're really going to want to stay more here because this is going to give you really the best look. Other colors that look good from Benjamin Moore that work with this, you want to look at something like Sea Salt. It's a really nice kind of greasy taupe. It works very well. Cabot Trail, good color with it. Any of those that are neutralized taupes with just a tiny bit of warmth in them are going to look great with cherry. A couple things that people ask about are transitioning to tiles. So with something like this, you do not want a tile that's in a red or a beige. You want a tile that's in a gray, a charcoal, a black, white, but white with a little bit of tone to it. So I'm going to show you this one. This is a tinted white tile. Pretty crispy relationship, meaning there's high contrast you're seeing here between our background of our floor against our tile. So in this case, that contrast gives a really nice formality. You could also do black and white floor very successfully with your cherry hardwood next to it, look really good. Slate would look really good with this. So a black slate, a gray slate, probably a creamy light slate that's sort of in the whiter colors would also look really good. Any of those would look great with that. And of course, if you happen to like it with something else, that's no problem. Pick what you like, do what you like. It's really more because people like to try to follow what is a little bit more current, because it's a little bit easier to find things to match it. I'm not saying you have to rip everything out. It's just what can you put with it so that it makes it work really well. Anyway, I hope I have given you some ideas here how to work with your cherry floor. Because with the paint colors, there's one other thought I have, and this is something that always comes up with cherry before I conclude, and that is people ask what color of wood furniture goes with a cherry floor. And you can put any blonde furniture, any light colored furniture that's not peachy onto a cherry floor. So this is one room where we are not combining all the fruit colors of wood. So no peachy, no appley, kind of Macintosh color, no more cherries on top of cherries. You can do a really dark gray. Black is good. A super dark brown, sable it's sometimes called. Any kind of grayish and any kind of light wood that is not peachy. Those colors all look good against this floor, so you do not have to have more cherry furniture to be on your cherry floor. That is totally okay. One question as it relates to cherry floors, someone is asking how to take the red out of their baseboard or out of their trim. Now, I'm not sure what that means in terms of whether the trim is stained in a red color, painted in a red color, or if it's just gotten red over time. So what I would say to you, if you want to give a little bit more contrast or a little more zing to your room, then what you want to do is not have wood trim with a wood floor. Because think about it, you have a wood floor and then you're wrapping it up the wall, you're kind of shortening your wall space. So it can make a room look shorter, not quite as grand. So if you can take it out, that's a good idea. If it's beautiful wood and you want to keep it, absolutely. Try to tone it to the floor so it looks like it's an extension of the floor as opposed to an add-on. If, on the other hand, you're like, ooh, really don't like it, you can certainly paint it and make the color change. And one of the things you can do is either do a contrast color like a white, or which would be different than your floor and your wall, or you can paint it the same color as the wall to make all the trim go away so you don't see it anymore. And that way it just makes the whole space feel a little bit more airy overall and a little less broken up. So I think that's probably what you mean, but if I got it wrong, feel free to write back and let me know. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. Really, really appreciate it. This is just one in a series of 5 episodes that we're doing on hardwood floor colors, so please check out the other ones if I did not talk about your floor color today. And of course, follow us if you like it, subscribe if you like it even more, and don't hesitate to leave your comments in the comment section. I'll be happy to read and answer them.